to it, friends. But you know what she said? This is war.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won war by dying for his country. You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
That's right.
My God, I actually pity those poor bastards we're going up against. By God, I do. We're not just going to shoot the bastard. We're going to cut out their living guts
That's what we
and
thought
use
when Iraq
them
happened.
to grease the treads of
we
our
win.
tanks.
We fucking went, bro. Oh, shit. The National Guard is one of the first ones they're gonna fucking send.
Yeah, I looked at that one. At least the Alaska National Guard. Yeah, no.
We got a lot of combat experience during the Iraq and Afghanistan
You're
wars.
gonna go.
We're going.
You're gonna go.
They're sending us.
Excuse me.
So the U.S. sends warships to Venezuela. Maybe? Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro on Monday said that he would deploy 4.5 million militia members in response to outlandish threats by the United States after Washington raised the bounty for his arrest to $50 million and launched an anti-drug operations in the Caribbean. This week, I will activate a special plan with more than 4.5 million militiamen to ensure coverage of the entire national territory. Militias that are prepared, active, armed. Maduro announced on state television. Officials say that the Venezuelan militia, founded by Maduro's predecessor Hugo Chavez, contains about 5 million people, though the actual number is to be much smaller. Venezuela's total population is around 30 million. Maduro lambasted the renewal of the extravagant, bizarre, and outlandish threats from the U.S. We are also deployed throughout the Caribbean, in our sea, our property, and Venezuelan territory, the Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello said. The administration of President Trump earlier this month doubled its bounty to $50 million for the arrest of Maduro, who faces drug trafficking charges. Washington, which does not recognize Maduro's past 2 election victories that were totally legit and fucking or something.
No.
They accused the Venezuelan of leading a cocaine trafficking gang called Cartel de los Soles. The Trump administration announced sanctions against the group and Maduro's administration last month. Anybody who actually knows anything knows that it's the CIA bringing drugs into America. So if you want this drug war to end, you might as well just tell the CIA to pack it up and go home. Earlier this month, Mr. Trump directed the military to target drug cartels in Latin America. A source familiar with the matter confirmed to CBS News.
Sending 3 warships to the waters of Venezuela as part of a major counter-narcotics operation. A White House official has confirmed this to CBS News. We're told that the USS Gravely, the USS Jason Dunham, and the USS Sampson will depart for the region over the next few days. Now, this is a part of President Trump's effort to combat threats from Latin American drug cartels. CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata is at the Pentagon with all the details. So, Charlie, great to have you on. Can you further explain why the U.S. is sending warships specifically to Venezuela?
We are quite. Wait,
we're gonna send the boats.
You know,
we're gonna send 3 boats and it's gonna stop all the drugs.
No, this doesn't sound like drugs to
boats.
me. You know what this sounds like?
We got 3 ships.
You know what this sounds like? Sounds like got to go take that oil.
Yeah, Drika, officials I've spoken to here say this is strictly a White House decision. This isn't necessarily a military decision. And as you said, the White House has told us those 3 guided missile destroyers, the Gravely, the John Dunham, and the Sampson, are expected to head to the waters off Venezuela over the next few days to combat threats from Latin American drug cartels. 4,000 sailors and Marines will be part of that mission. In fact, yesterday, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt didn't even rule out the possibility of U.S. troops on the ground in Venezuela.
Okay, time out.
We can send troops on the ground in Venezuela.
Am I being told by the Trump regime that the Venezuelan cartel poses a direct militaristic threat to the United States of America. Is that what I'm hearing correctly? Because I've heard it twice
Yes.
in this newsreel here.
Yes.
That Venezuelan cartels pose a threat.
Yes. Yeah. No. We're just stopping the drugs.
No.
We're just stopping the drugs.
See, you don't send warships to stop drugs.
Yeah, we got 3 ships. It's gonna.
Otherwise,
gonna
are you
stop
telling
all
me
the
you are
drugs.
going to start a literal drug war on a specific country?
We're gonna stop all the drugs from coming out.
That is fucking insane to me.
They only send drugs out on the water.
And you ever notice how Mr. Anti-War President and how he hawked big about anti-war all along the campaign trail, and every step of the way he's been all like, deploy the Marines on the American people, deploy warships to Venezuela, send that
bomb
nuclear-
Iran.
bomb Iran, send that nuclear sub to Russia. It seems like the man is desperately trying to get us into that big war.
You know.
So he has a reason to say, we should probably just cancel the elections.
Exactly. He keeps saying, "Oh, I stopped 6 wars. I stopped 6 wars."
The wars you never even heard of.
I think he's trying to start 6 wars.
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me.
so we can have a world war.
Because you remember, during his
And
first term,
then you can end the fucking election.
during his first term, didn't he just say, take the oil
Right.
from Venezuela?
This is the second time we're trying to coup Venezuela. He tried to do it his first term.
And is prepared to use every element of American power to stop drugs from flooding into the United States. So deploying these battleships is apparently part of that effort. But I have to mention, this isn't the first time destroyers have been deployed to the region. In fact, the Gravely, as I just mentioned there, had been patrolling the Caribbean Sea for months.
And when you think about the
Gravely was
drug
already there.
operations
It
and
was
just how
already there.
complex, we've been talking about this for years, how much of a difference is this expected to make?
Again, we're talking about a show of force, a deterrent, and they are working closely with the Coast Guard
Send
that has been
those
patrolling those waters for years. So
blow you up.
really, it's a question of scale. I mentioned the Gravely there. Navy officials said it had been part of a drug interdiction back in May. That just gives you an idea how long this has been going on. They
That's
seized
not going to stop them. They're going to hide.
No, we got 3 ships.
No,
They're all on the water.
no, you go further inland.
But the drugs come this way through the water. And we got 3 ships. It's gonna block them.
We can just go underground.
No.
No. What?
No.
Yes, we can.
No, you can't. It'll fly over.
You can't see us.
But it comes on the water.
Just wait. Just wait. Shh. Quiet. He'll go away. Okay, he's gone. All right, here. Want some drugs?
860 pounds of cocaine. A few days ago, the Samson and its crew intercepted drug smuggling vessel seizing around 1,300 pounds of cocaine. That was in the Eastern Pacific. So they try to position their ships along known drug trafficking corridors. They've also stepped up their surveillance, and this is kind of important. Special Navy aircraft are patrolling that area too. But look, it's a big sea to patrol the whole thing. And of course, these ships will be operating in international waters. Explained to me today
Just
how
for
effective
the
they're going to
drugs.
be.
Just for the drugs. It's a
Might,
deterrent.
we might put some troops on the ground, but that's just for the drugs.
Just for the drugs.
Just for the drugs.
Crazy.
Remember that when they start a fucking all-out war on Venezuela, that we're there just for the drugs.
They're going to be at least.
Oh yeah. Well, this is excuse number 1.
Right.
See, you make an
Manufactured
excuse.
consent. This
Manufactured
is
the
how it
consent
starts.
to get you into the war.
Right.
And when you can't find the drugs, and when
Right.
there are no drugs, and when there is no more cartel members there in Venezuela, then you get weapons of mass destruction.
Right.
Least 12, 13 miles off the coast of Venezuela. Venezuela is actually claiming more water than that is theirs and not international.
Oh,
So
wow.
it may not stem the tide, but it's not the kind of significant naval presence to set up a blockade.
Any idea how long those ships will stay in that area?
No, Jerika, this is really key. We're not even entirely sure they've started making their way there yet, because this is the kind of loose language. The Navy folks that I spoke to said they're not headed there yet. At least the officials I spoke with said that it's a question of how long it will take to get there. In terms of how long the ships could be there, hypothetically, again, that depends on the White House. Because from a military perspective, a typical deployment for destroyers like this
We're
is usually
sending
around 6
ships
months.
there. We don't know when or how long, but
Or when they'll even get there.
or even if they'll even actually fucking leave in the first place. I mean, we might just be like,
But it's a deterrent.
we could.
but at least 2 of those destroyers, which I've already mentioned, have been on patrol for months. So if the idea is to have a constant U.S. naval military presence there, it's not necessarily the ships are involved or whether they continue to rotate them in and out for months.
Yeah, and a lot of people involved. Charlie
Exactly.
D'Agata, thank you so much.
We might be doing one at a time. We might send them all at once. Who fucking knows? Oh, Jesus Christ. And now, moving, speaking of Iran, Iran is apparently ready for round 2. A senior Iranian official warned on Monday that war with Israel could just fucking pop off at any fucking moment, describing the current lull after June's 12-day conflict as only a temporary halt. He says, we must be prepared at every moment for confrontation. Right now, we are not even in a ceasefire agreement. We are in a cessation of hostilities, said First Vice President Mohammad Reza Arif. The comments are the latest in an exchange of belligerent remarks by both Iran and Israel since their unprecedented war in June last month. Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi threatened to respond to another Israeli or U.S. attack in a more decisive manner. On Sunday, Yahya Rahim Safavi, a military advisor to Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah al-Khamenei, told Iranian media, Jesus, I got fucking eye boogies going on here.
Hi, boogies.
Told Iranian media that the country was preparing plans for a worst-case scenario. We are not in a ceasefire. We are in a stage of war. No protocol, regulation, or agreement has been written between us and the U.S. or Israel, said Mr. Safavi. I think another war may happen, and after that, there may be no more wars, he added. What? What?
No. That's not how it works.
He said the Americans and the Zionists say they create peace through power. Therefore, Iran must also become strong because in the system of nature, the weak are trampled, he said.
Wow.
Calling for the strength of Iran's missile, drone, and cyber systems. The U.S. briefly joined the war, striking nuclear sites, but it still remains unclear how devastating the damage actually was.
Tensions are spiraling in West Asia. Iran has launched a new chilling warning to Israel, saying it would unleash a new generation of deadly missiles if Israel attacks. We tell you more.
Iran is armed and ready, warning that the next war could break out any moment. In a chilling statement, Iran claims it has developed a new generation of missiles faster, more accurate, and deadlier than before. The message is blunt. If Israel launches another attack, Iran will retaliate with full force. The statement comes just days after heightened tensions in the region. Iranian commanders say war with Israel could break out at any moment. Officials insist the new missiles have longer range, advanced guidance systems, and can evade Israeli air defenses. This is not just saber rattling. Iran has already demonstrated its reach with precision drone and missile attacks in June.
Yeah, that's one of the things we were talking about.
Holes in the Iron Dome.
They actually penetrated.
Israel had launched airstrikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, military bases, and civilian areas, resulting in over 1,000 deaths, including prominent commanders and nuclear scientists. Within hours, Iran responded with ballistic missiles, causing dozens of casualties in Israel.
Thousands. Dozens.
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 Yeah. unlike a certain country who has been waging a genocide of sorts, you could say, on a certain group of people in two particular regions of the world.
They even self-reported recently that they have an 83% casualty rate, which we know is
civilian casualty rate.
Yeah, civilian casualty rate, which we know is higher than that because there's, all the people that are still under the rubble completely unaccounted for. So it's probably a lot closer to 90.
Yeah, and even if you take the really low estimates, which were originally around 60, even then that's completely unacceptable.
When they stop being able to keep counting, but now they've got it estimated on the low end 180,000, on the high end like 300,000.
That is insane.
Now, with claims of better missiles on standby, Israel faces the threat of a two-front confrontation, its north already volatile, with Hezbollah in Lebanon and Tehran pressing from afar. But Iran is also offering an olive branch. It says it is willing to limit their nuclear program if sanctions relief is back on the table.
This is not something new. We have said that to build confidence about the peaceful nature of our nuclear program, we are ready to take a series of actions provided that the unfair sanctions are lifted.
The dual messages, one of military readiness and the other of diplomatic flexibility, highlight the intense and conflicting nature of Tehran, a nation preparing for a potential conflict while simultaneously seeking a way out of crippling economic sanctions.
Just fucking have at it already. You know what I'm saying?
It just seems like all of this is just a calm before the storm.
Just fucking go already. Start the game, blow the whistle. Let's get go. Do the coin toss. Let's go.
United States, man. We need to remove ourselves from this situation here.
It's so fucking wild.